yes, you get to see the beautiful view that I see outside my bedroom window every day, and I just love it. All the beautiful trees, hummingbirds that are, let's see, what time is it? Usually hovering above my window, at my window right about now. And you can't see the fence over there, but there's this really huge squirrel that plays with the cats. I'll say it that way because the cats know that they're not ever going to catch that thing. So, you know. Anyway. Okay, what are we talking about today? Light versus heavy thoughts. Granny would say thoughts are the deed done. Yeah, marinate on that for a second. Now, what would happen to you if everything you merely thought of happened? Pretty interesting, huh? So, I'll read you what my client read to me. Oops. My husband asked me if I could if he could help me carry the baby stroller. I said, no, I got it. It's light, as in not that heavy to carry. His reply, no, you are just strong. Isn't that beautiful? How many thoughts do you carry because you think they are light? And I asked her permission if I could use that. And she said I could. So, how many thoughts are just so heavy? Because I mean it in a slightly different context, I think. You tell me. I mean, we think, oh, that's so heavy. Oh, this is so heavy. Oh, that's, whatever. And that is the main reason why I always try to stay in high vibration by only thinking thoughts for myself, only my own business. I mind my business and leave yours alone. Really. I'm always multitasking, you know that by now. So, it's not just a baby carriage. It's your life. It's your spirit. It's your human self, 1%. Because we're just a peanut shell. The skin is just a peanut shell. So, why would you continue to allow yourself, if you're trying to have a better spiritual life, therefore physical, because where the mind goes, the behind follows, right? So why carry this heavy burden of, oh, I have to do this, and I have to pay this bill, and I have to have good credit, and I have to get a house, and I have to get a man that's a doctor, and he has to have, oh my God, then you start spreading like ripples in a pond. No, you keep your stuff to yourself, because you know what? If you think you have to have a person that's this, this, and this, and this, you are totally missing out. I'm willing to bet at least half of your good. And I say that because, yeah, sure, if you marry, I don't know, some famous movie star, actress, model chick that may not have been intended for you, you could still have a good life. However, if you married someone that's plain and just has, a nice income, they're comfortable. They're not a millionaire, they're just comfortable. And that comfortable word means whatever it means to you versus how other people think of it. But because that person that was just comfortable was really meant for you, but you didn't like how he or she looked. So you gave up all the other goodness, as it were, for lack of a better word, to have pretty and flashy. Well, Pretty and Flashy, I mean, I don't care if you're Tina Turner and Cher. It only lasts for so long, and they'll both tell you that they have issues too. Okay? Nothing is ever perfect. But yet we as humans think that we have to strive for perfection. Sorry, I forgot the dog's outside. Come on, we gotta go get the dog. I forgot. Dang it. So, since I'm not one of those that feels I have to be perfect and I am beautiful just the way I am obviously looking for someone that feels the same. You know? I mean, I've already had that anyway, so I'm older and wiser now. So, house. Oh, look at that good girl. Look at that good girl. She goes right in her house for Tosh Tosh. Huh? Yeah, what did you eat? You're always eating stuff I don't think doggies are supposed to be eating. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. I know you only do that to get cookies, which means you really have us trained, huh? Yes, I know. I know. There are your cookies. No. No. Sit. Stay. Good girl. You wait till I close the door, okay? Good girl. There you go. Good girl. That's Auntie's good girl, you guys. Yeah. Marcy loves boxers. So, where was I? Sorry. For you people that get motion sickness or something. There you go. What if you could be in my mind? You'd see a lot of cartoon pictures. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. This is how I choose to think. You know, because unless somebody's in the hospital, unless somebody died, I don't know. That's the only two instances I can think of right now that actually I give energy to and get actually sad about. Oh, okay. If one of my kids got, molested again by their parents, that, yeah, but in any case, I still choose to not let that heavy thought weigh me down. I mean, you all know I'm a big girl already. Come on now. I can't. I have to stay focused. I have to stay in tune. I have to be able to listen to him or her talk to me about their experience that they just had. So I can't be sitting here crying and falling apart, just like any other mother. I'm a spirit mother, okay? I have childrens that need love and support. And if my heavy thoughts weigh me down, I can't hear what they're saying. So I choose. Everything is a choice. Yes, it is. Next time you come across an uncomfortable situation with your boss or your neighbor or the dog or the cat, you just remind yourself, I have a choice in how I'm going to react to this action. Okay? So let's just try to remind ourselves this heavy thought, this heavy, deed that needs to be done is only as heavy as I make it. You see, she is strong. She can carry the, I don't know, whatever pound baby carriage. And I really, I wish I could talk to her husband and say, wow, I admire you just for, saying that to your wife. That is just so freaking admirable to me, because nowadays, after you've been married for a while, I think she has been, you don't tend to continue to say sweet things after, a certain period of time. Anyway, what are your thoughts? What do you think about your thoughts? Are you trying to think good thoughts? Because again, like I say in all my videos, I know shit happens. I don't have to think about it. I know today some little kid in some country isn't eating. Some little kid got, raped by his or her father. Some kid got abused because of this. Some woman got, raped. Some man got raped. There's a billion possibilities. I don't need to spend time thinking those types of heavy thoughts. I spend time thinking heavy thoughts on positivity and sending whatever I see in the news feed. I do read the news on my phone once a week and just pray for those situations to lighten, be better, be different, be not that. You know? And since it's none of my business, and it really isn't, because, you know, we make things our thoughts. We make things our business. That's none of our business. You know, example, if you're all up into, I don't know, for lack of a better example, don't write to me about this. You know, that idiot guy. Oops, I'm sorry. That Trump guy. You know, I'm not sitting here getting that upset about him because I know, for myself, I know that he's only here to remind us how to be civil to each other, how to be kind to each other. Now, kindness doesn't mean you go kiss people's ass. Kindness means instead of calling somebody a bitch, you can just smile and keep walking. That's it. See how simple that was? Or, you know, you don't have to cuss your neighbor out every time, you know, they're having great sex and you're not. And you can hear all their lovemaking stuff. Why are you hating on people for something that's not even none of your business? If you have a problem sleeping, put some damn earplugs in, because what you going to do, sell the house and move? Because your neighbor has sex and you ain't getting that, or whatever reason. They don't like your dog. They don't like your cat. They don't. So what? That's so little and so petty to be hating on. You know? Really, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, you could be homeless and not have no car to live in. Come on. You know? It's not that hard to just shut up and just live. Find peace in something and just live. For the longest time, my mom had issues with people parking in front of our house when they lived across the street. And I could never understand why she would stand at the window and say, why can't they park? They have all that parking on their side of the street. Why can't they park there? And then I do that with people that don't say thank you. Well, I did that. I don't do that anymore because that's a waste of a heavy thought, right? That is a heavy thought. Me sitting here saying, why can't you say thank you when I send you something? I didn't to Anjan Brahm. He's in the Buddhist Society. He makes videos about being Buddhist and classes and stuff like that. Yeah, I watch videos on every different realm of religions and spiritualisms. And he said, did you give the gift expecting a thank you? No, I said to myself. Then why does it matter if they say thank you? You gave them the gift because you wanted them to have it, not to hear thank you. So ever since I heard that 10 years ago now on YouTube, I have tried to stop saying that to myself, but I do notice it, but I don't say anything. Before I was really bad. I would say, you didn't say thank you, but you're welcome. Yeah, I was awful. So now I can let you think whatever you want, say whatever you want, be whatever you want, and still accept you and just listen. Really, that's my purpose for being. Now that is a deep thought, okay? It is my purpose for being to listen to people, to teach people spiritualism. Well, I'll say it this way, to teach what my granny taught me. How's that? And that is what keeps my deep thoughts in balance and in divine order, at ease with my human self. You know, because if we get so busy thinking thoughts that don't even pertain to us, that's like my previous video. How are you minding somebody else's business and they aren't even minding their own? Let them mind their own business and you stay the hell out of their business. You know, it's none of my business really and truly what that Trump guy thinks in his heart. That's none of my business. It is my business just to pray for him and let it go. I'm not here to change you. I'm just here to accept whatever I already chose to bring into my realm of this thing called reality. I'm not hating on nobody for however they feel. Because let's face it, I'm sure there's plenty, and I know a lot of you out there, black, white, Mexican, red, blue, green, still think that there's no prejudiced people. Me and someone I love dearly recently said, I was at a party and this black girl who I thought was white, don't tell her I said that, the person is telling me, said that there's still a lot of prejudice and there's this. And when she walks down the street, I said, yes, of course. She says, do you go through that? And I said, and I'm a fat black chick. Hell yeah. I'm sure I don't get lots of jobs because I'm a fat black chick. Please. Yeah, it exists. I don't know why you people out there, some of you, excuse me, really think that that doesn't exist anymore. And I'm not here to advocate, open your eyes on that. I'm just saying be yourself and know that your spirit knows, so your mind could know that prejudice on every level still exists. Yes, it does. And she's, oh my God, and she was really wanting to come to tears over this realization because, she white, she never thought about it. Well, if you don't hear something, you don't think to think before you can think about it. So, where are your light thoughts on stuff versus your heavy thoughts? Whatever you give energy to is obviously what matters most and is in the foreground of your thoughts. And if you never think, white people are still prejudiced against each other. Excuse me. I don't want to just say white versus black all the time because there's white versus white too. Sure. And, I know plenty, having lived in Oakland for several years, I know plenty of, black militant groups that just hate all white people. It exists. Come on. There's just like down the street, there's another gang that hates all black people. I don't care what you believe. I'm still going to walk up to you and tell you how sexy I think you are. So if you want to kill me for that, I guess it was just my time to die, huh? Or excuse me, transition. Thoughts are things. That's why I plead with you every day. Watch your thoughts. Do you really hate somebody so much that you feel the need to post it on Facebook every day? Then how do you think your life is going to be so good and fluid and stay in divine order? It can't, because you are the measure scale. If you put out more of one thing, the other side of the scale goes down, right? If it's not in balance, that means something in your life is out of whack. Think about that. I'll wait. Do, 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 do. I'm kidding. And that's what it just hurts me for others. And when I say it like that, I don't mean I literally spend time each and every day being upset by whatever you choose to post on Facebook. I pray for you that you do realize that you are the spiritual being that preaches love and tenderness and kindness, and then you spew this other shit. Oh, look what he did. Oh, look what she did. That's none of your business. Mind your own business. You don't know what that picture is really about. Just because I post a picture of, I don't know, some black couple that's naked and hugging, it doesn't mean I have to have a black man. Doesn't mean I have to have a white man when I post a white man with a black girl. It means I see love. That's it. It's all about love. My thoughts are all about love, 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 love. Yes, I am rather Pollyanna. Pollyanna. Go Google the movie. Pollyanna. It's on YouTube. And everything is all well and good and beautiful to me. Because I choose that. I choose to think those thoughts. Why am I going to sit here and downgrade you in thought form or verbal form because you let your child go stay with the father for a weekend and your father didn't have custody because he, I don't know, spanked the baby when it was 9 months old? I don't know, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. See, I can't even think of such a degrading thought to use as an example. I can't. So instead of, weighing yourself down with the news and the rape and the traffic and the this and the that, and I live in the Silicon Valley, so I know a thing or three about traffic. But even when when I had a car, I would just play my jazz all the way home from San Francisco to San Jose. When I worked for 3 years for the county, they moved my office to the main office in San Francisco. And traffic, for those of you who don't understand traffic, like all of you that maybe, I don't know, live on the East Coast, and I'm only going by the videos that I see. Yeah, no, that's not traffic. Traffic is when you have, a 4-lane freeway and it is clogged like a bottleneck, what they call it in the traffic news section, whatever, you know what I mean. And it's like that for hours. 4 hours it takes some people to get home. And don't let somebody kill themselves on the freeway that day. You don't get home for 10 hours. Yeah, traffic, real traffic. I'm not talking about like it's what I've seen traffic in some people's videos in North Carolina. That's not traffic. That's just people driving. I mean, that's just cars on a 2-lane road or a 4-lane road. 2 in one direction, 2 in the other direction. See, when I say a 4-lane highway, we're all going in the same direction, and it's clogged with thousands of cars daily. Yeah, just trying to get to work and home. Anyway, so, you have plenty of time to think whatever heavy thoughts versus your light thoughts when you're in that time, or when you're in a time of frustration. You have the choice to think, what am I going to think about this? I'm not going to think about it. And I turn on my cell phone and watch Bugs Bunny. Yeah, I do. I really do. Yes, I do. Honest. Why would I lower my vibration in a tense situation? See, that's why I deal with this situation. Example, I'm just gonna not tell you that one. Okay, I'll tell you a really old one because I don't. Oh, okay. I don't want to use that one. I don't have a lot of horrible situations in my life. I just don't. My life is good and it stays in balance all the time. Wow. Okay. One of my babies, and when I say my babies, I mean a spirit child of mine that found me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, something. And we grew close. We have grown close, like a mother and son, or mother and daughter. Seriously. And their parent. Let's pretend it's a situation where the mother is an alcoholic, and she's allowed her alcoholic boyfriend to come over and spend the night. Yet he spends most of his time knocking on my son's door. Right now I'm even telling myself to be calm. Don't bring it up again. And as I'm listening to my son on the phone cry, and I tell myself, Tasha, if you start crying, you can't think. So we'll cry later and focus on this thought of sending him energy now. So I choose to stay calm and listen to him, listen to her, listen to them in the stillness of my mind, while my heart is trying to stay calm and relaxed so that I can breathe calm and relax, so that I can think calm and relax in what to say and or not to say, since I am very emotional at that time. See, when you have an accident, you get hit, your kid gets hurt, and you got to rush into the hospital. That's not the time to be emotional. We can be emotional after the situation is taken care of. My sister crossed over on the 26th of February. And the first thing I did when her daughter told me was to be still and say, okay, Tosh, don't get emotional. And we cannot think all those billions of things. How, when, where, why. Was she alone? Was she sick? Was she in pain a long time? You know, and it took me, honestly, about 2 days to stop thinking those questions. So I said, okay, the first day I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a shower. And now I'm going to cry in the shower. Okay, so I cry in the shower. I get out of the shower. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? Stay calm, because it doesn't do any good to be upset. What's happened has already happened, and it's over with. So there's no sense in being upset by the thought that she could have been in pain, in agony, and hurt, and bleeding, and. That's not going to change me right now. It's already over. It happened. It's not happening. So Tosh, you gotta let it go. And besides, this way, I don't even have to dial the 10 digits anymore. You know? And that's what I kept telling myself every time. And of course, it's always those times where you see this and it reminds you of them, and you see that and it reminds you of them. But you know what? I kept reminding myself, this has to end. So, what's your time limit? My time limit was 2 days. How long did it take? 7. But that's okay, because after the 3rd day is when I stopped crying and why. And I would just watch her videos, and I would just, and my celebration of her going home, because I don't call it death. There's no such thing as death. When the body is shed, the spirit is energy, and energy doesn't die, that I know of. So I had my little celebratory, dinner that we both liked, and ate that and watched her videos and just talked to her in my head, okay? See, and that's what I turned my heavy thoughts. Now I got to flip the script, I turned those heavy thoughts into light, happy thoughts. Not that heavy thoughts are bad. Not all of them. You control what you think and feel and do and be. You don't just dedicate that to society because society says, fuck society. Society don't pay your bills. You do. What do you think of you? What do you think of your thoughts? Write to me. What do you think of thoughts when you're distressed? And do you try to stay calm? Do you fly off? My one sister cries days later, like when we were younger and we got the belt. No, just the belt, just on our booty. One sister refused to cry because she was so angry at the world, even at that young age. I can look back and see that now. And then the other sister would cry even when Mama said, go get the belt. And she's still the same. So the situation that I was going to tell you a teeny bit about, I'm not going to tell you the whole situation, which is the reason for this video that I choose to control my thoughts. We both heard some not nice news together, and she, oh my God. So I instantly slap her and say, stop it, you can cry later. And the lady that was giving us the news was, Tasha, don't hit your sister. Fuck you too. Give me the news. What is it? Well, this happened, this happened, this happened. Fine, I'm on it. Sister, stop crying. I know, she's and I'm like, if you're crying, you can't see to drive, and I don't know where I'm going. So you have to drive, and you can't cry and drive. Okay. She wipes her tears, and I'm like, breathe. So you breathe with the person. Okay. And I'm like, when you feel like crying, pull over. Because, hey, it's business first. I'm on a mission. We got to take care of this business. Then I'll cry. So we did. And 5 hours later, when I'm back home in my own apartment, and I'm like, oh God, I can't believe that happened. And then, I just have to take a shower and cry, And my thing is, as long as I'm in the shower, that's my time limit to stop and be logical again about the whole situation. And what part I had to, not why it happened, but what part did I choose to learn whatever lessons from. See, that's why you all could, flip the script in your own head and, oh, well, why and how? No, what was my lesson to learn, or what was my lesson to teach in this situation? Because it's not all mine. There was 5 of us involved, so it can't be only my lesson. Other people are involved too, you know. So then my thought was, well, this happened for a reason. I might not always know what the reason is, but I can choose how I want to accept it. So I think my lesson to learn was blah, 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 blah. And I think my lesson to teach was XYZ. You know? And then because of who the situation involved, I cried a couple more days in the shower, and then you get over it. I have to. I have, a life to live, and my life is not theirs, and their life is not mine. So even my own mother, she's had a couple of really horrible things happen, but still her life that she chose is not mine. So she's going to do whatever she feels she needs to do best for herself, and I will accept it. Just like me. I'm sure there's a lot of things that she don't want me to do, or she does want me to do, and she just has to accept it. Because even though she's my mother and I would live and breathe for her if I could, I still have my lessons to learn. And my biggest lesson in that was to let her have her own thoughts about me, and I of her, and my life and my purpose for being must go on. So what do you, light thoughts versus heavy thoughts versus, whatever else, your assumptions versus truth? I mean, you have to draw the line somewhere, do you? And how do you do that? Okay, you can put all those comments down below. I'm going to get off of here. I got folks to talk to. I love you, I love you, I love you. Feel free to email me anytime. tashaspeks@gmail. This is Tasha Lene Harris, daughter of Edith Lorraine Harris, granddaughter of Maggie Mae Keel. I love you. Oh, and drop in to tashastouch.com and theangels.us. I'll be starting classes soon. I love you. Go have a beautiful, glorious day. Bye, guys. Oops.